and I'm studying education. I decided to learn English, and this is my opportunity because learn. I want to read English texts and
Excellent.
sing some sing some songs in English.
Wow. Hey, that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Juan. Okay, so please, Maria del Rosario, could you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, what you do, what you like, what you don't like.
Okay, well, again, good evening, everybody. So my name is Maria del Rosario Sancho Montiel. I'm a teacher in elementary school. So I like reading, I like teaching, and in this moment in my life, I enjoy learning English. So I don't like traffic, so I don't like, I don't know, say violence in Mexico. And for me, it's a good experience to share with everybody, all of you, this opportunity to practice my English.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, well, I introduce myself. My name is Maggie. I am your conversation teacher. I am a web teacher and I used to work also in secondary school and in companies. I'm teaching English to um, some factories, you know. It's interesting because we have to teach business English and some other ways to express it. So that's nice. I like it very much. I'm Mexican and I like very much to talk about traditions, Mexican traditions.
Mm.
Okay, Emmanuel, welcome. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Excellent. Emmanuel, do me this favor. Could you introduce yourself and tell us who you are, what you do, what you like, what you don't like?
Yes, of course. I'm Emmanuel Herrera. I'm from Mexico. I live in Tlanepantla, Estado de Mexico. Uh, I'm I'm working in uh, a company named Broxel. I develop software for this. I'm recently uh, 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 begin to work in Broxel. Uh, I'm married. I have two child, Manuel and Brenda. Brenda is uh, a master in business. He's she study architect, and
Wow.
my son is working in a, a telecommunications company.
Hey, thank you for sharing. That's wonderful. Thank
Thank
you.
thank you,
Thank you
Maggie.
very much. All right, guess what? Today we are going to talk about traditions, holidays and traditions. All right, so let's start. Please, we are going to do something different here. We are supposed to mention and explain any tradition in your hometown or in a place that you know. But what we are going to do first is to describe one of the pictures that you can see. Okay, here we are. What are the pictures? Well, first of all, here we have picture number 1. Next, we have picture number 2. Here we are picture number 3. And finally, picture number 4. All right? So, don't try to guess What is the situation? Just describe what you see, all right?
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, so let's start with Maria del Rosario, all right?
Okay. I choose anyone.
Yes, one of them, the one that you like most.
Okay. I'm going to describe the first picture. And
Okay.
I can see that it's part of the Arabian culture. I can see a camel, a rider on camels. So I see a Arabic young woman. So in probably is in a desert. Uh, yes, probably it's a part of the desert. So and they are traveling. I don't know. It's there. There is no. I don't know. They are traveling, but I can see what there is I don't know. So that's all.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so Maria del Rosario, who's next? Juan or Emmanuel?
As you wish.
Okay, so what about Juan?
Yes. What picture?
Yeah, the one that you like. Select one.
Well, I prefer describe the picture one.
All
I
right.
a woman with beauty eyes, and her face is cubierta,
Robert?
covered, and the weather is very hot. I can see the sun very bright, and much camels and much persons, maybe in anniversary or anything. And I hope that country is Arabian. That's all.
Uh-huh. They may be Arabic. All right, thank you very much. Okay, Juan. So maybe the next person is going to be Emmanuel, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to describe the number 2 picture, the hard one, I think, because it's like African people, somewhere in Africa, maybe, people with a typical costume or the a traditional street. I see the woman with hair with noodles in the hair, and seems like a ritual or something like that. Is what I see.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. That's right. Very good description. Okay, so we are going to welcome Pam. Pam, how are you? Pame, hello. Can you hear me? Pame? All right, maybe Pame is having some problems with her microphone. So we are going to continue with the next activity. Those descriptions were very good. I thank you so much. The next activity is this one. We are going to answer to the question. What question?
Pame says that she can hear. Pame says that she can hear.
Ah, that's it. Thank you very much. We are going to direct Pami. Why don't you write in the chat any tradition in your hometown? Just the name of the tradition. All right. Meanwhile, I am going to direct Pami. Okay. Okay. So, Emmanuel, please talk
Yes.
to us about your any tradition that you could mention. It could be in your place or in any other place in the world, even.
In my family, we have the tradition to go to a small town outside the Mexico City and uh, celebrate Christmas in that little town, which shows different towns around the city nearby.
Wow. Yeah.
It's,
Hey, that's beautiful.
it's a tradition now.
That's great. Okay, thank you very much, Emmanuel. Please tell me, Emmanuel, who's next? Who's your victim?
um, I think Pame is having trouble.
Pame.
Um, Maria del Rosario could be.
All right, thank you.
Well, I live in Chimalhuacan, state of Mexico. So in this place there is a old tradition that is the carnival between February to April. Well, it depends on the Holy Week. And this tradition, according to the ancient people here, is that is born in the second when French invade Mexico. I don't know when how do you say invadir when French
Invaded.
invaded Mexico in the times of the Maximiliano de Habsburgo. And in this tradition, people, men and women, use a special dress, and the men cover their faces with a mask, and they are dancing for 3 or 4 days in all the towns here. And the last Thursday, they they choose a specific place and they mm, dance and drinking together. And some in the past they use arms and shoot, but now this is forbidden. But it's a good tradition too.
Wow, that's interesting. Thank you very much. That is so interesting. Thank you very much, Maria del Rosario. So, you know what? Pam says that she's ready. Pam, could you introduce yourself and tell us who you are, what you do, where you are from? Pam.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, could you introduce yourself? Okay, in the meantime, maybe, Pam, it is not necessary to write it. If you
Okay.
want, Pam, just speak.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, what's your name, your
Hello.
complete name? Yes, we listen to you, Pam. Can you hear me?
Okay. My name is Pamela. I'm going to celebrate Independence Day with my family.
How are you going to celebrate,
Hello.
Pam? Yes, we listen to you. We can listen to you. Where are you going to celebrate?
I'm going to celebrate with my family.
Okay, where are you going to celebrate? Well,
I'm
Pam
going to
says, yes. In the meantime, Juan, I'm going to celebrate with my family. Excellent, Pam. Okay, Juan, why don't you talk to us about any celebration?
Okay. In the city, we celebrate the Christmas on December. Mm, we usually celebrate the Christmas with my birthday because my birthday is on December 24. My family mm, prepared some food or chicken. We have familiar moments and remember funny, funny remembers and watch pictures and invite some friends to come to our house and listen we listen some music and sing and open some gifts and eat very delicious
Wow,
food.
that's great. Thank you very much, Juan. All right, you know what? The next activity is writing. We are going to write about another question. Give me a moment, please, so that I can show you the next image. Here we are. All right, the question is, do you consider that traditions are important in the social life of any country? If you consider that, yes, they are important, please write why. Why are they important? And if you consider that they are not important, either way, please write why. Why do you consider they are not important? Okay, in the chat, so that we can read it and we can comment it. Okay? Hey, that's great. Thank you very much. Juan wrote, I consider that the traditions are very important in the social life because they represent the origin, the culture, the traditions and customs. Each social part have a particular traditions that we should respect. Hey, that's pretty good. Just some little corrections. Considered. If you say considered, that's past. So it's I consider that the traditions are very important in the social life because there one, we need the word they, we need a subject. They represent the origin, the culture, the traditions and customs. Customs with no EU, customs. Each social part has, here we are going to use has because you are talking about the social parts, but one by one. Each social part has a particular tradition or has particular traditions. Here you are mixing plural and singular that we should respect. Okay, yes, Juan? Okay, so, all right. Pam, traditions are very important. Many objects, beliefs, and customs can be traditionals. They are unalterable. Tradition is a piece of information in order to transmit something important in the past. Thank you, Pam. Very good. Emmanuel. Yes, traditions are very important to any country because they, here we are going to change because you are talking about traditions, it's plural. And if you say it, you are talking in singular. So we say because they give identity to the people. They feel that they belong to, here we need they, and share a common sign and symbols that represent represent them, here the object pronoun, as a culture. All right, Emmanuel? Okay, so we are missing also Maria del Rosario. Ready, Maria del Rosario?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, so that you can write your opinion.
I'm sorry, I don't hear your question.
We are writing our opinion or answer to the question, do you consider that traditions are important?
Yes,
Oh,
I wrote my opinion, but I don't know because don't appear.
it doesn't appear, yes.
Yes, is the last because I wrote, I consider the traditions are so important because these are part of the culture of people. One tradition shows one way to see the world, the life of the dead. Traditions talk about the origin of the towns.
Oh my, that's very good, but let me check what's the problem, why we can't see your opinion. Okay,
Okay,
let me check.
yeah,
So don't worry.
okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So guess what? Now we are going to talk about a tradition that is very important in this season. What are we going to celebrate tomorrow?
The Independence Day.
Independence Day.
Yeah, that's it. We are going to celebrate the Independence Day. It's gonna be a great party all around Mexico. Guys, are you all Mexican? Please remind me, are you all Mexican?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm Mexican.
Excellent. Juan, are you Mexican?
Of course, I'm a Mexican.
Excellent, thank you. My question is because of this. We have many different students all around the world. So in this class, I have worked in this week with some Uruguayan people, Ecuadorian, we worked with Guatemalan people, and so that's why my question. Maybe it sounded like Maggie. Of course, we are Mexican, but yes, I have students in many parts of the world. So that's great. We all are Mexican. So we are going to have one of the greatest party in all around Mexico. But please give me your opinion. What is the best way for you to celebrate Mexican independence? So you can write it on the chat and later on read it, okay? What's your personal way to celebrate independence?
I had a problem because I can write.
That's what I see, Rosario. So don't worry. The way you can participate is just speaking. If you can't write, just speak.
Okay, in this moment or in a few minutes
No,
ago.
it's okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Excellent. Just talk to us about the way you celebrate Mexican independence.
Well, in my family, my brother, my siblings,
Siblings?
I have six siblings, so we are together in the house of my mom, and we prepare traditional food like pozole, tostadas de tinga, and we listen Mexican music, in specific Jose Alfredo Jimenez like too much was. So and mariachi. So and
Wow.
we talk, we dancing. Just that and we try to don't drink too much. When in particular I don't drink, but my brothers try to just drink one or three beers. Just that.
That's it. That's to be sensible.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Maria del Rocio. So we are okay. Okay, let's wait for the others to participate. But hey, that's pretty good. You know what? I think that celebrations are time that we can Oh, here it comes Juan again. Great. Okay. Yes, celebration time can be used in many ways. In my personal opinion, it's very good to be sensible about the alcohol consumption because it can result in many different issues, many different problems. And so it is much better to be okay, to be happy with your family, and that's all. Well, that's my particular point of view. So let's wait for the others. Okay, Pam. Pam wrote something nice. Pam, can you talk to us about it? Can you read it?
Um, Independence Day is a national public holiday. My family and I celebrate it with food, for example, mole, pozole, tostadas. We listen to music and we wear Mexican clothes.
Excellent. Hey, that's beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are waiting also for your other classmates, your other peers. Okay, so what about Emmanuel? What about you?
I'm writing the my comment.
That's it. All right, thank you.
Me, teacher.
Okay, so please, Juan.
Yes, Independence Day. mm, Usually, I wake up early, and I'm going to the gym in the morning. Then I'm going to eat some Mexican food, and I wait at 7 o'clock because the municipal authority bring some local original artists, and in this occasion will be La Sonora Dinamita, and maybe probably I am going to dance in in the day.
Wow, hey, that's gonna be good. Yes, you're right. In this time, we not only have the a familiar party, but also the government of some places organize some party, and they ask the participation for some yes, as you said, local singers or musicians or some well-known ones. Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. Okay, so what about you, Maria del Rosario? Okay, Manuel wrote, I celebrate you. Emmanuel, could you read it?
I celebrate National Fest with my with family and friends. We usually eat pozole, tostadas, and other traditional food. We enjoy see fireworks in government palace.
Excellent. Thank you very much. You know what? We can say not only the government palace, we can also say the municipal hall, or in your case, you told me you live in Mexico City.
And Tlanepantla is near Mexico City. It's
Uh-huh.
Estado de Mexico.
Yeah, there it is the municipal hall.
Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Maggie.
So, okay, so who's missing? Who's missing, kids? Nobody? All right.
No.
Excellent. So let's continue then. Guess what? Now we are going to talk about something that we consider very positive about our culture. Here we have some images. So please do me a favor. Let's talk about what is very positive about our traditions. Maybe not only Independence Party, but also what about the Maggie? What about our folklore, or dances, or food? Let's try to talk about it, all right? So, Emmanuel, why don't you talk to us about it?
Well, I think Mexico has many traditions. It's it's very rich culturally, and we have many kinds of dances in many places. Religious, religious are sorry. Our religion tradition is oh, very rich, and we have a mixing of cultures that give us a very high identity.
Yes, that's right. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, tell us, who's your victim? Who's next?
Pame,
Thank you. Pame, hello. Don't be shy. Maybe Pame continues having some problems. Why don't you invite anybody else?
Okay.
Excellent, Pam. Okay, Pam. What about something that you consider very positive about our culture? Aha, okay. Let me write it down. Okay, so what do you consider positive about our culture and traditions? Aha, that's it. Okay, so in the meantime, why not anybody else wants to participate voluntarily?
Well, me, Rosario.
Thank you.
Well, in my particular point of view, the positive in the traditions and the folklore is that we preserve the history, the Mexican history, the is to keep together families because not just is to eat or drink, is to get along in a specific day, is to remember our heroes,
Yes.
heroes to wait to eat to food, for example, the original food, Mexican food, no? Or yes, like corn, avocado, all of this is part of the Mexican culture, is to keep the way that our ancient people build this country and how is the melt different cultures in Mexico, and we as part of that. For example, the Spanish. Spanish culture, India, well, I don't say it's correct to say Indian cultures
Uh,
or and African culture, no? All of them is mentioned, and we are part of that. And when we keep this tradition, we preserve, uh, yes, we preserve the way to see the world, the life. For example, I see the picture of the toys, these traditional toys that we are little lost in this moment.
yes, you're right. Excellent. Thank you very much, Maria del Rosario. All right. Anybody else? Any volunteer?
Me too.
Yes, please, Juan.
I agree with my partners, and I want to add some tradition like Valentine's Day and Mom's Day. I consider that is positive for our traditional um, country and the folklore and the the Mexican songs.
All right. Okay, pretty good. Thank you very much. Okay, Pam wrote, they remind us to know about our past and to have a meaningful reflection about our country. People like to participate in different activities, singing, cooking, sharing different dishes, different kinds of dishes. Pretty good, thank you. All right, now guess what? We are going to do a final activity. But I need you to be integrated together in a team. So you are going to take agreements about a party that we are going to celebrate. Okay, so we are going to celebrate tomorrow Mexican independence. Okay,
Okay.
so you all are going to take agreements to celebrate it together. So you can talk about who you are going to invite, what you are going to eat, what you are going to drink, a decoration, I don't know, something that you consider very important. All right?
Okay. Let's start by the place where we going to celebrate. I propose my home. That is your home.
Hello, kids.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe I will celebrate alone. Okay.
Chicos, les explico. Lo que hacemos en clase no solamente es una práctica, sino también de alguna manera los estamos acostumbrando a cómo son los exámenes orales de certificación. Una de las actividades que se realizan en el examen es una actividad en la cual ustedes tienen que integrarse como equipo, tienen que platicar acerca de un evento que van a organizar juntos y hay que tomar acuerdos. Esa parte se llama interaction y quien no participa mucho, quien interrumpe groseramente o quien no habla es quien tiene penalizaciones. En esa parte se supone que ustedes tienen que entender lo que sus compañeros dicen, tienen que hacer preguntas, tomar acuerdos totalmente. En este caso, la actividad sería vamos a ponernos de acuerdo para hacer la fiesta de mañana. ¿Dónde la vamos a hacer? ¿Cuánto nos va a costar? ¿A quién vamos a invitar? ¿A quién no vamos a invitar y por qué? Ok, ¿dónde va a ser la fiesta? Pero se supone que tienen que participar juntos. En un examen de certificación, esta es la última parte del examen de speaking. Ok, vamos a hacer esa práctica. ¿Les parece bien?
Okay.
I got it.
Yes.
Well, I have been proposing Conv as a place to take the part. Would you like to come?
That's great. It sounds so very well because your home is nice. So, but what we have to tweet? What propose? I'm sorry. What do you want to eat for tomorrow morning? And for tomorrow night.
I'm going to bring Mexican food. I think in Mexican tostadas, mole, pozole, maybe some beer, and my phone with a big
Will be nice.
for listen some music.
Well,
Are you agree?
Yes, I agree. And I suggest why don't you use a Mexican dress?
it's very good. It's a great idea.
I consider that we can not use some fireworks because it's very dangerous, and if, if is some kids in the place, that's very dangerous.
I agree. Maybe we can change the instead of use fireworks. Maybe decorate the place with a papel with paper decorated. You agree?
Yes, I agree. What about flags Mexicans?
I don't understand. Black what?
Flags Mexicans. We can decorate with a little flags Mexicans.
Okay, sounds good.
Maybe I think maybe we can to sing Cielito Lindo.
Okay, maybe karaoke of the Mexican music.
Mm. Well, in this moment I had a problem in my throat, but I tried to sing.
I either think, but it's very funny to see things so bad.
Yes, that sounds great.
The, I think Pame is having troubles again with the audio.
Yes, she does. Okay, so you continue. It is okay, don't worry. It is not problem for her because this is not an exam. So it's okay, we understand it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So,
and
mm,
at what hour it's convenient to invite?
mm, I suggest at 7 p.m. because we need to arrange the place and probably to help to cook something.
Okay, to begin at 7, or we begin to arrange the place at 7
Mm, to arrive the place at 7 p.m.
and begin the party at 9 o'clock.
I'm agree.
Okay.
7
In
p.m.
my place, it's okay, or you prefer the time of place?
If you have Netflix, maybe yes.
Okay, my house is your house.
Thank you very much, Lord. You all kind all the time.
Thank you. You are
Hey,
welcome anytime.
Hey, why don't bring a little Mexican sweet?
It's a good idea.
okay, pretty good. Thank you very much. That was a great interaction you had. I think that you are going to be very good. Just you had some little grammar mistakes, but you know what? It is normal. Whenever we are speaking, we are not supposed to be very accurate because it is speaking, so we don't have a lot of time for thinking about what we are going to say. So, congratulations to you. You were brilliant. And I think that it was a very great activity. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Maggie.
How did
Thank
you feel?
Very well. I feel well. I think I need more practice. It's a good opportunity.
Yes, that's it. But guess what? It is little by little, and you are doing great. If we continue doing these kind of practices, it is going to be totally normal for you. It is going to be also really um common. And so in the exam, you are going to feel very confident. The exams are regularly done when you are in level B2. So we have time enough for practicing and getting involved in this kind of examination.
Okay, Maggie.
Yeah? All right. Thank you very much. Well, you know what? This was so nice. I was very, very amused about this class. You had great participation. And well, I want to thank you very much. Unfortunately, the class has already finished, and I want to wish that you spent very beautiful time, wonderful celebration time, and meet you next week. Okay? So if
Maggie.
you don't have any commentary or any question, meet you next class.
well, see you everybody. That you all of you have a great Independence Day too.
Thank you. Thank you. Likewise.
Enjoy your party.
Great. Thank you very much. Have a very good night.
Good night, Maggie. Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Pam.